Hello and welcome to Beer Club. I'm Luke, this is Beer Jerk, and this week we are drinking a beer from McLeod's, Far North, which is a chili pilsner brewed in collaboration with Kai Tire, using Kai Tire Fire chili sauce. Cheers. You've probably heard of McLeod's. They are a very big deal in New Zealand and internationally. They win lots and lots of awards. Champion brewery, champion beer. They win awards left and right. And it's also one of those breweries that are held in such high regard and high esteem by other people in the industry and other brewers. But McLeod's wasn't always a brewery. McLeod's started off as a pizza barn. So more than a decade before they started brewing there, it was a pub and a place to get pizza up in Waipu in Northland. So brothers Jeff and Clayton Gwynn had this lovely pizza barn that was famous in the area for making beautiful pizzas, serving great drinks, great hospitality. And after, as I say, a decade of that, so that was 2003 that the pizza barn opened, and it wasn't until 2014 they thought, well, we've got a bit of space here, we can make our own beers. And the name comes from, so if you haven't been to Waipu, Waipu is a very Scottish area of New Zealand. It's where Scottish immigrants came and settled and made it their own. So there's a lot of history and heritage of these early immigrants and settlers. And McLeod was an early settler, and the block of land that the brewery and the pizza barn is still there is in a block called McLeod's, and I'm sure there's no connection to the Highlander at all. It's a pretty cool Scottish name, so that's the nod honouring the heritage. And when you go to the brew pub, the pizza barn, there's this big Highland cow heads, and it's full of tartan, and you'll see in a lot of their beers and a lot of their branding really is embracing that Scottish heritage, and even the logo with the trademark here is a Highland cow. Big Scottish homage in their branding and their design. And a couple of years after they started brewing, an American chap called Jason Bathgate joined them, and he became their head brewer. And he's recently left and started his own brewery in Nelson called Element. So we've been getting a few Element kegs on here at Small Glass Tap Room, so it's been really great to try some of his beers, because it is always interesting when a brewery, or any business I suppose, is so highly fated, and in so many people's minds it's really connected with whether it's the chef or the winemaker or the carpenter. But in the case of McLeod's, I feel like for a lot of drinkers, they really have connected it with Jason. So obviously a brewery is more than just one person. It's a whole team of people that go into making these beers and the recipes and everything else. So I'm excited to see what the next stages look like for McLeod's. And obviously they've released many beers since Jason left. So yeah, for any of you die-hard McLeod's fans, you do not need to worry. The team there are pretty fantastic. They're going to continue making lots and lots of great stuff, as is Jason down in the South Island. So it's great that there's a whole new brewery in New Zealand, which isn't a common thing, with lots of breweries shutting down everywhere. As I say, you can go and visit the pizza barn. It is absolutely packed. It's rammed during the summertime. As everyone's off on their holidays in Northland going to the beach. It's in beautiful Waipu, which is near lots of really lovely scenic places, and a lot of their beers are named for different areas there. It's like their Paradise Pale Ale is named for a cove. There's the Cove. There's the Smuggler's Bay series of incredible beers named after the nearby Smuggler's Bay. So there's a lot of history and heritage around whaling, around smuggling. It's all about the ocean in that part of the country. The Smuggler's Bay series is a series of beers that are broadly barrel-aged beers that have mixed fermentation, wild fermentation, using interesting ingredients like cherimoya berries or different botanicals. But this one, Far North, it's a beer they've kept repeating. It comes out. I don't know if it's on a set schedule when it comes out, but it's become a regular fixture, which I'm happy to see. And a lot of other beer nerds really enjoy this beer. It is one of those great crossover beers that when you see it pouring in a bar, normal people enjoy drinking it because it's just fun to drink a beer that's got some chilies in it. And also brewers and craft beer geeks like drinking it because it is a really beautifully crafted and well balanced and really nicely put together beer. It just, it's pretty sessionable for a beer that has lots of chilies in it. And yeah, Chilean beer has a bit of a heritage. I was looking up recently the first commercially brewed chili beers, and I read about one from the early 90s in the States, which is believed to be the first commercial chili beer. I'll share a link about to an article that I read in the NZ Beer Jokes Facebook group, so check that out. But it was a Crazy Ed's Cave Creek chili beer, which is regarded as one of the worst beers ever made. It just sounds absolutely hilarious story behind it, and it's a, like I've talked about previously, the idea of putting things like chocolate in a stout or like coffee in a stout, but the idea of putting chili in various kinds of beer kind of makes sense. I feel like it just fits with the flavour profile somehow. When I was getting into home brewing myself, I brewed a stout and split the batch into 2 lots, and half of the batch I fermented it with some seaweed that was actually delicious, gave it some really nice savoury umami character, and the other half I fermented it with all the chilies that I had left over on my balcony. I'd grown so many chilies that year, so just this 10 litres of beer I just packed in just a hop sock that was just packed with these sliced chilies, and it was completely undrinkable. I had no idea about how to infuse beer and the power of things. It was basically just like stout flavoured chili sauce. But it ended up that I made some really beautiful bread with it. So it was one small bottle of beer with a cup of flour. Basically, just mix that up and put it in the oven, and you end up with some really, really lovely chili bread. So it wasn't all bad. But dosing. Getting the correct dosing right when you're using different interesting adjuncts is always a really fine balance, and especially with ingredients that have seasonal variation. So chilies, like anything else, they vary from season to season. So dosing is always something to be careful about. But the way that they dose this, as I mentioned, and as it says on the can, is using the hot sauce Kaitaia Fire. So if you don't know about Kaitaia, that's an iconic New Zealand company that started in the 80s, growing beautiful chilies up in Northland. So it's a true Northland beer, this is. And their Kaitaia Fire chili sauce is New Zealand Tabasco, basically. And yeah, it's a condiment that sort of goes with everything. So a real great idea to just go hand in hand and just embrace local chilies and working with an iconic company like Kaitaia was a very smart decision. So the beer, it's a Pilsner, it's crisp, it's pink clear, it is eminently drinkable, it's got a bit of hot bitterness, it's got a really dry finish to it, and then it has the lingering chili character. So it's got the flavour, the pepper, capsicane, sort of red pepper flavour to it, which is so delicious. But then it's just got that lingering chili heat that just sticks around and just sort of warms your throat. So ideal beer for these beautiful lighter evenings, and even lighter evenings when it's still a little bit cool, because the heat of the chili keeps you a little bit warm on the inside. So anyway, that is Far North, a iconic beer from a really fantastic brewery and a fantastic chili farm as well at that. So when you're on your road trips this summer, be sure to stop by the McLeod's pizza barn and try some of the pizzas as well as some of the beers. And great work, McLeod's, as always, making delicious beers. Other news, we have launched our advent calendars. So we have 4 different advent calendars. We've got the premium advent calendar, which is the one that's really famous. It was the first advent calendar for beer ever released in New Zealand. That includes lots of really rare, exclusive, unusual beers. So it's kind of the same as Beer Club, but every day during December. And then we also have the Favourites Advent, which is that's a much more affordable one that contains 330s, much more easy drinking beers. So great one for your friends that aren't as big a beer jerk as you are, perhaps. And then there's the cider one and the alcohol-free one. So yeah, we just launched those about a week ago. So we're having a lot of fun curating, putting those together. And also, if you're a runner, come and have a run with us on Saturday. Beer Run Club has been going for well over 7 years, as you know. So we meet every Monday night here at the tap room and go for a 5K run. But also on the first Saturday of each month, we do a longer run. So we do an 8K or a 13K, and that's at lunchtime. So come and join us. We've got some DJs going to be playing throughout the afternoon. It will be a good time. See you next time. Cheers.